My name is Derek Prince, and you're listening to Soundtracked, a video game music podcast, and this is One Night in Neo-Kobe City from Snatcher. With Snatcher writer and director Hideo Kojima back in the news with the release of his latest tour de force, Death Stranding, I thought it would be equal parts appropriate and entertaining to take a look back at some of the more neglected works in the auteur's history. Snatcher is Blade Runner, as seen through the anime lens, and composer Akira Yamaoka does a great job of sonically setting the stage for the hard-boiled cyberpunk thriller. First released in 1988 for the Japanese PC-8801 and MSX2 home computers, Snatcher didn't come stateside until 1994, where it saw release on the ill-fated Sega CD. Critically acclaimed yet criminally misunderstood, Snatcher has flourished late in life as a bona fide cult classic. Bomberman hero composer Jun Chikuma has been working on the Bomberman series for almost 30 years, and the next track just might be her best yet. Today, Jun Chikuma lectures at the prestigious Kokushikan University in Tokyo, but before that she was the prolific composer for almost all of the games in Hudson's Bomberman series. A lazy synth line and pulsating low end work in harmony with a frenetic drum and bass breakbeat to propose an answer to a simple question: what if elevator music was good? This is Redial from Bomberman Hero. Often referred to as one of the best Japanese RPGs of all time, Chrono Trigger stands toe-to-toe with other 16-bit soundtrack greats. Described by composer Yasunori Mitsuda as music for another world, the soundtrack to Chrono Trigger is a genre-spanning, time-traveling masterpiece that pushed the already long-in-the-tooth Super Nintendo audio hardware to the absolute limit. Chrono Trigger development was helmed by a JRPG dream team that included Final Fantasy creator Hironobu Sakaguchi, Dragon Quest creator Yuji Horii, and character designs by manga legend and Dragon Ball creator Akira Toriyama. Chrono Trigger was nothing short of revolutionary for the time. Composer Yasunori Mitsuda wrote most of the soundtrack before handing the project over to Final Fantasy mainstay Nobuo Uematsu after falling ill. This track brings to mind a misty, long-forgotten forest where movement is caught just out of the corner of your eye. Friend or enemy, the only way to know for sure is to press forward into the unknown. This is Mystery of the Forest from Chrono Trigger. Hectic, relaxing, or just flat out bizarre, Katamari Damacy is unique in all of the best ways, soundtrack included. Katamari Damacy, or Clump Spirit when translated literally, is a game wherein the diminutive Prince of all Cosmos is tasked with rolling up everyday items in order to rebuild the moon, constellations, and heavenly bodies after his father inadvertently destroys them. Still with me? A sleeper hit through and through, Katamari Damacy boasts a wonderfully eclectic soundtrack that has been hailed as imaginative and original by countless publications. Both in music and mechanics, Katamari Damacy exists as the cure for the common Call of Duty by eschewing guns and gritty violence for pastels, upbeat tunes, and aggressively optimistic vibes at every turn. The soundtrack was composed by Yuu Miyake and takes the anything-goes approach to what tracks should be included. Is it fun? Is it catchy? Is it novel? If a song passes this rigorous method of testing, it was in. This is Que Sera Sera from Katamari Damacy.
I know you love me. I wanna word you up into my life. Let's roll up to be a single star in the sky. I hear you calling me. I wanna word you up into my life. Let's love up to make a single star in the sky. To you. I'm so in love with you. I wanna word you up into my life. Let's roll up to be a single star in the sky. I need you to feel me. I wanna word you up into my life. Let's love up to make a single star in the sky. To you. To be a single star in the sky. I hear you calling me. I wanna word you up into my life. Let's love up to make a single star in the sky. To you. Daba, daba, daba. Yes to you. Daba, 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 daba. Daba, 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 daba. Daba, daba, ba, 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 ba. Daba, daba. Daba, 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 daba. Yes to you. Daba, 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 daba. Daba, 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 daba. Daba, daba, dee. Daba, 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 daba. Daba, daba, ba, 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 daba, daba. Daba, 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 daba.
Thanks again for listening. My aim with this podcast is to introduce people to game music that can be enjoyable all on its own. I'd like it to be as good as it can be as the show progresses, and I thank you for sticking around. As cliche as it sounds, liking and subscribing and sharing would not only help me reach new listeners, but would mean a lot to me. Our last track for the episode comes just short of Vampire Season, but is sure to please nonetheless. Composed by Michiru Yamane, the soundtrack for beloved 2D vampire hunting platform adventure Castlevania Symphony of the Night was just one of the ways the game bucked trends and carved out a niche that would see it being listed as one of the greatest games ever made, and a high watermark for the series at large. Symphony of the Night initially sold very poorly, most notably in the United States, but thanks to word of mouth and critical acclaim became yet another sleeper hit. The soundtrack, along with the game's 2D sprite-based graphics, were something of an act of defiance in the face of an industry that was ready to abandon its two-dimensional roots in favor of the third dimension. While the rest of the soundtrack can at times be about as subtle as some Iron Maiden album art airbrushed on the side of a van, Crystal Teardrops is a moody, laid-back subterranean groove. The track takes its time before giving way to an organ melody to remind you that yes, this game definitely has a Dracula in it. Thanks for listening. I'm Derek Prince, and this is Crystal Teardrops from Castlevania Symphony of the Night.